Hey, all. Got a fun episode today that's going to be a little bit different than our usual discussions about Japanese property. Today, we talk about buying a small business in Japan. That's right, we're trying something a little bit new. Oh, yeah, and we also discuss our new merch store where you can buy our limited release t shirt. Take a look at the show notes for the link to the store, and we hope you enjoy the episode.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to take a guess.
97.
90, I was going to say 96. Episode 97. Okay, we're very close to 100 episodes. This is the Buying a House in Japan podcast. I'm your host, Joey, joined by co-host Take. We got some cool stuff to talk about today.
A lot of cool stuff. But if you are new here and listening for the first time, again, Joey and I are college friends. We studied abroad in Tokyo. We got laid off from our tech jobs 10 years later and decided to buy a cheap abandoned home in Japan in a city called Beppu. That started this whole adventure where we made a website, akiyamart.com. Hopefully that's where you found us. And yes, we can now help people through the purchasing process. And we're also doing a couple more cool projects, but that's a quick snippet on us.
Quick snippet, that one Akia ended up ballooning into 6 properties total over the course of 2 years. We're now trying to consolidate a little bit, and ding, 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 topic of today's conversation, something cool coming up that we're hoping to do.
Yep. This podcast is called Buying a House in Japan, but we're going to do a little bit of a tangent wildcard episode today. Joey and I are considering buying a used business, or I'm not sure what the right word is, like an old business or small medium business.
Used business. Yeah, like
what is it? Akia business?
It's a good question. I'm not actually sure what to call it either. But yeah, this is it's like a mergers and acquisitions website is what we've been looking at. And it's where people are selling small, medium-sized businesses. That really interesting thing, everyone probably listening to this podcast knows about Japan's declining population and its effects on the housing market. There's an oversupply of housing in Japan right now, and that's why some of these properties are incredibly cheap. The same thing is happening with small businesses in Japan. There's just no successors. Picture a small business in a countryside town in Japan. Most young people have left for jobs in bigger cities, and these business owners don't have anyone who is even interested in buying these businesses. So again, prices are reflecting that as well, and there's a oversupply of these small businesses in Japan. We're not experts on this subject. We are just getting started. We are not experts. We're just getting started down this path, but I have had a few conversations with other people that do this kind of thing. I know one guy in particular from New York who is like, his business purchases a share. They don't buy the whole business. They purchase a share and then they transform it so that the employees eventually become owners. But yeah, interesting space.
Yeah, and like again, it really parallels the Akia problem in Japan. You know, with the aging demographic, there's a lot of elder owners who their kids don't want to take over that supermarket coins or supermarket corner store or something like that in the middle of Inaka. So I think there's a really, really big opportunity for foreigners, but it's also going to be, I think, very, very difficult and have a lot of friction. And just like, you can't just buy a business and operate it without knowing Japanese and being there.
First thing I noticed too, so in particular, Taki and I have been looking at a coin laundry near where we purchased one of our properties. And first thing that's stood out to me is, well, one, prices are pretty good. So, we're looking at purchasing a business for about $30,000 US. The other thing that sort of stood out to me looking at a few different deals on these websites we've been looking at is like a lot of these businesses are kind of like just breaking even. Some are profitable, but it's like you're making $6,000 US dollars a year profit. So like barely profitable. Some are in the red and they're still selling. Some are just barely profitable, but a lot of them appear to have lots of leased equipment or leased property. So you're buying these businesses. Again, we're new to this. Maybe this is normal for someone buying small businesses, but you're buying these businesses, but it's coming with the air conditioners leased, again, coin laundry business, the dryers are leased, the washing machines are leased, the property is leased. So like you're buying a bunch of debt essentially that you got to pay each month.
And this is a disclaimer, like we do not know what we're doing here. So if you are a listener and you have experience doing M&A on small businesses in Japan, please reach out to us. I think Joe and I talk a lot about this. At the end of the day, we are trying to earn some revenue. But the core of it, I think we're trying to have a lot of fun.
Hmm.
This investment doesn't really make sense. I say if you look at what we've been doing, but I think it sounds like a lot of fun, and I think we're just kind of following our nose on this one.
Yeah, like buying a business that's generating 6 grand a year. It's probably the fees just to get this
Yeah,
in our name and get the leases transferred over. Like it's going to be more than $6,000. So, not worth it. But I think it's just we bought 6 Akias, and I think we were talking recently. I think two kind of trends going on with where we're at is we're trying to consolidate the properties and just kind of like where. So one, yeah, maybe sell a few more properties and consolidate into one flagship property. But the second thing is, I think like when we're looking at real estate now versus businesses, I just found we had so much more excitement looking at the businesses versus property. Maybe that's because we've already got 6 under our belt. So I think we're just kind of following what is exciting to us to, like Take said, keep having fun.
my argument for someone who is scrutinizing our investments is we're trying every asset class here. We're trying to do short-term rental, mid-term rental, long-term rental, demolition, flips, and I things we still want to try are land purchases, condo purchase, but yeah, small medium business I think is definitely on that roadmap, especially with we just did a podcast with Nick in Japan remotely. The business manager visa is changing a lot. This could be a partial solution to get you there. Buying a business that already has an employee that has a business plan, I don't think you can avoid the capital injection needed, but that's kind of my rationale if someone is going to press on this. But real talk, I think this is going to be really fun, Joey. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like the smart financial decision is just like put it
Like,
money in index funds. So it's like, all right,
we
given
didn't
that
get,
that's
yeah, we didn't get here because of smart financial
yeah,
decisions.
exactly.
So the kind of giving a little bit of context, again, we are navigating a website that's very, very hard to navigate to try to find small, medium-sized businesses, maybe a business opportunity for us to make a better website. But we have found a coin laundry or a laundromat near our house in Tama. It's about like 8 minutes away driving. So we're like, oh, okay, this is a good proximity. We have a home base at least. Um, Desired listing price is 5.5 million yen. What does that translate to? 30,000 bucks?
Around 30, I'm gonna guess. Yeah.
30,000, yeah. See. Yep.
They on this website they don't like show where the location. It's even for people that are aware of Japanese. If you've looked at Sumo or At Home, Nifty, etc., the pain points on those websites and why we built Akia Mart in the first place. This website's even worse. There's
Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
a lot of
Yeah.
times it just says the prefecture where the business is. So it's like hard to understand even from like a domestic Japanese purchaser's perspective. Like, if you're on one end of the prefecture, like why would you even consider a business on the other end? But you have to like literally reach out to the seller through this website to even get more information about like, all right, some hard lines for someone purchasing businesses would be like, is it even in my town? And you can't figure that out until reaching out to these sellers. So yeah, pretty not a great user experience.
Friction is opportunity, though. So as we go through this process, we will be documenting the friction and process of us trying to buy this. Again, it's 5.5 million yen. It's in Tama City. Tama City is, located, we're about 30, 40 minutes west of central Tokyo. It's known as like a bed town, which is like a commuter town. So you'll see that reflected in all the commuter trains. But I think with that, it has a pretty
Bento
high
town.
population density and people need to wash their laundry. So what better, I think it's a sound, in theory, investment.
Yep. Like, remember, we toured one of our earlier clients, one of the first clients I think that we helped through our Akimart Direct process. Quick plug, we can help you buy a house in Japan through our Akimart Direct process. And we also have a new system coming out soon, Akimart Care, which is post-purchase partners. So getting you set up with utility, tax representation, site visits, etc.
Damn, heard it here first.
What I did want to say on that topic is one of our very first Akimart Direct customers bought a place in Tama, and we went to go, it
Oh
was one of
yeah.
our first customers, so we went to go see her place. I don't think she had space for a washer dryer. So I think given
Mhm.
that's the condo sort of situation in this area, I think that coin laundry, a lot of people probably go into coin laundries.
Okay, so let's get after subscribing to the site, having our Japanese representative director help us navigate and try to find some more details. I will drop some high level numbers here. The revenue, let me try to find it. Okay, the sales per year last fiscal year was about 7.4 million yen, which translates to like 50K ish US. Annual profit 1.1 million yen, Joey.
Yeah,
That's
1.16 grand.
6 grand. So that's $500 a month, I guess.
Imagine like you are like, I'm curious about the owner. Like, is this their only source of income? Like, this person can't be living on
No,
six
it,
thousand
it
bucks a
must it
year
must be a
unless
side
they're
business. Yeah.
it actually the post does say that. So the post does say like great for stay-at-home moms, side businesses. Like it does say that kind of thing. So maybe it is a side business for the owner.
Says reason for selling: a successor was planned to take over the store, but the plan has now fallen through, so the owner wishes to sell. Pretty good
Hmm.
reason. Remember
Yep.
that? Actually, remember when we didn't have our laundry machine in Tama and we drove and did laundry at that one spot near Seiseki Sakuragaoka station? And that guy gave us potatoes. He's like
Oh
the owner
yeah.
of laundry. He just
Oh
gave us a
yeah.
bag of potatoes. I was like, thanks, man.
I still park there from time to time, actually.
Yeah, me
Sometimes
too.
around, say, Seiki Sakuragaoka Station, there's paid parking, but sometimes it's full. And there's this coin laundry that some guy, the owner, gave us potatoes there once, but he has like 4 parking spots that are usually empty. So sometimes I will. Sorry, owner. I do park there sometimes.
Bad boy Joey. Anyways, okay, store opened up in 2002. The 3 washers and dryers were placed in 2020. So there are existing washer and dryers there. They seem to be the ones that actually use coins, and they are on lease. So I think we're going to have to navigate how to release machines. We definitely, well, I think we should release machines that do Suica or Pasmo or Apple
Yeah,
Pay, right?
I know we were excited about a cash business, but like if we are getting more serious about this, I think increasing cash flow is part of the game we're trying to play here. And I agree, like Suica or yeah, the easiest way to pay is the way to make more money. I'm personally stoked about the Jito Hambaiki, the vending machine outside. It looks like the
It's
business
Joey's
comes
dream. It's
with a
come
vending
true.
machine. That's pretty cool.
All right, listeners, what drink do you think we should put in the vending machine to get returns? I'm voting we get some wild card American drink, but Joey has his vision of take it away, Joey. What do you want in the vending machine?
I don't know. It's like I mean, half serious, half like if push comes to shove, would I really do this? But the dream, the dream would be,
Hmm.
those the most boring canned coffee you can get, the black Boss small can coffee. That's what I buy when I go to the vending machines because I just like the black coffee. Only that in the vending machine because it's the most boringest one. I just want
Anti
no,
Sato San coffee.
yeah, no choice. Um,
Okay.
all right, Take. One other thing, just to kind of hype listeners up about small businesses in Japan. I think there were some other really cool ones that I sent you this morning. I don't know if you had time to look through.
Yeah.
Again, just kind of browsing and brainstorming. I think like an unmanned virtual golf kind of small business somewhere in
Hmm.
downtown Tokyo, I think is really cool. I think unmanned businesses are really cool.
Yep.
The
I
second
think
one I saw was buying a real estate brokerage with a taken holder, and on the thing it said
how does that
willing
work?
to stay on staff. I don't know how that works either. A lot of the Japanese is difficult for me to read, but that was my understanding. Someplace in Toyama. So just to like give a lot of nail salons I'm seeing as well. So just to give listeners an idea of the properties that they're selling for 50 grand, 30 grand. These businesses.
In the US, I would be kind of hesitant to buy one of these unmanned businesses, but in Japan, I think the trust in society is so high that I don't think someone's going to come and mess up our coin laundry, or if you do an unmanned golf kind of course thing, I don't think someone's going to mess it up. So that's why I feel like this is a lower risk type
Yep.
investment for us, right?
Does making it so this place is 6 a.m. till midnight. Does making it open? Let's say we do become the owners. Do we just make
Yep.
it 24 hours? Like, why even close?
I don't know. We can get those like hue strip lights and change the color at night. Becomes a little
Yeah,
Mood
Moody.
light.
That's cool.
Um, okay, a couple, for listeners, people are going to be like, what are the additional costs? We don't fully know, but on the listing, there are a couple things that are going to be needed. So, a security deposit or guarantee fee, we have to pay 2 months rent. Key money, which we kind of discussed last with Robert, one of our agents. When you rent a place, you need to give key money.
It's a
You need a
gift. It's a gift to
guarantee
the landlord.
bribery.
Yeah.
Guarantee company fee 1 month, real estate agent fee 1 month. Okay, so it looks like we're in the hole potentially for 5 months of rent,
Yeah.
which I don't know how much
Up
that is.
front, and, like, I think only 2 months of that is security deposit, so we pay for 5 months of rent up front, and potentially, at the end of the lease, we get 2 months back.
Okay, this will be cool. Joey and I are going to Tama in October. We're trying to line up a visit. Joey's been looking on Google Maps, and we think we maybe have found the spot. It actually comes with 7 parking spots, which is also big plus.
Yeah, big deal in Tokyo. It is interesting. Sorry, it's not. I didn't mean to say it is interesting. We have only reached out to the seller through this website as of yesterday. So we've got big dreams here, a lot of excitement, but we don't even know if the seller's going to get back to us. You can see on the website there's like 5 other people that have reached out to the seller so far. So who knows if we get it or not, or if the seller even replies, but we'll keep you guys posted.
Our strategy with this is, again, we have a Japanese KK, which is kind of like the equivalent of a US C Corp. So we are approaching this, I think, with like it seems very Japanese company.
Strong, yeah.
My name is Japanese. Ryan, our rep director, has a Japanese name, so we are reaching out.
I'm not mentioned anywhere.
And Joey's not mentioned anywhere. Maybe I hit him up like, hey, my family's graveyard is actually in Tama. This is where I need to be,
I think worth it with a follow-up message to the seller.
So yeah, we're shooting a shot here. I think the idea is we have also reached out to our property manager, Linda. She is open, Joey, to helping us do operations. Puzzle pieces are falling in place here, buddy.
We just need this guy to respond, or we just approach directly. I believe we know where the store is. So
okay, that's aggressive. We just go in there and we call the number like machine's not working. By the way, do you want to sell your business to us?
I would do it if I spoke perfect Japanese and was on the ground. I just don't know who has the most tact in a situation like that.
You got a lot of charisma though. I think Japanese people really like you. You hang out with them.
Gung ho. Yeah.
Nihongo ganbatte. You got this.
Benkyo chu desu.
Okay, so let's say we do get this house. Just dreaming here, like business. We change. Yeah, or sorry, we get the house. Or sorry, business, blah. Been saying house too much. We're going to swap out the machines. What else do we do? Are we going to do a redesign of the inside?
I think Philip Hughes, that was genius. I think just changing
lights.
There is some, if anyone's out there and you Google, like, I think it's Setagaya. I can't remember. Google, like, Tokyo Setagaya nighttime laundromat. And then just go to Google Images. There's, like, a really nice, I think, like, some Tokyo Weekender, like, magazine did a shoot once. I could only find the Instagram post when I Googled it the other day, but it's like a nice, I don't know, there's some like pink neon sign, I think, out front, and it's very aesthetic. And I don't know, something like that at night could be really cool, just at least for the photo opportunity.
I know a lot of people have been making like hybrid laundromat coffee places. When you do your laundry, you have a coffee spot. I don't know how that works, but it could be cool. Do we just bring our espresso machine and just rip shots for people?
Wi-Fi. Yeah,
Wi-Fi is a must.
This we're going to be leaning on Linda here mostly, so chotto muzukashii.
Yeah, and the reality is this is not going to make us money. We put a lot of money into this before.
But it's fun. I think it's just fun. Like, if it can just break even, including like Linda's management fees, I think worth it just to have.
Yeah, but I'm sure someone's going to do something stupid and be like, oh, there's sand in the machine. I guess we need to clear that with Linda and roles and responsibilities. It's going to happen. Some idiot's going to put something in there that's going to explode. And like,
yeah. I mean, you have some Airbnbs, and it does sound like you have kind of unsmart tenants from time to time.
I'm looking at Google right now. There's actually quite a few laundromat coffee places. They all look really, really upscale. Pretty good, actually. I wonder if this is the move.
Yeah, what's that one around there? Pilgrim or Pioneer? I think I brought you
Mhm.
there once. It was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. That was a haircut place, right?
Yeah, and they have a barber shop and like a
Okay.
jewelry shop inside, and they brew beer there.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's see what we can do. I do think laundromat with Wi-Fi and good lighting, maybe some plants and like an espresso machine could
I
be
th I think if we don't hear back by next week, Take, we hit them with the second message like, "Hey, your
good.
grandparents are buried just around the corner."
Dude, gotta build urgency. Like well, the spirits are telling me I gotta buy this. Like it's either now or never. Business
Mhm,
owner.
mhm. Like that lady in Yakushima whose husband was like, "We have to move to Yakushima." They're in Dusseldorf and move from Dusseldorf to Yakushima. The spirits told her husband to move there.
Okay, so what do we want to name this place? You had some ideas. It's currently we think it's just called Coin Laundry on the sign from what we think is the business.
Eco, clean, I th it's unclear whether it's a franchise or not. If the one we found on Google Maps is the correct one, the signage appears to be a franchise, Eco Clean, because there's some other Eco Clean laundromats in and around Tokyo. But the listing itself says not a franchise. It says franchise and then not a franchise. So it's a little bit difficult, but we were talking to Ryan last night and we were looking at the listing and Ryan thinks it's not a franchise. Little bit kind of like signals going in both directions.
Mhm.
So there may be some restrictions on signage and naming if it is truly a franchise and we have to pay franchisees fees, that kind of sucks. But if it's not, and we can change the signage, I think we had some ideas. One, I've always liked the name Akahige, red beard. Akahige Laundry. We had this friend Neil in college who had like a red mustache and he wanted to be a rice farmer in Shikoku. And we were always like, no, 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 grow like fruit is very expensive in Japan. So I was always like, no, grow mangoes. You can sell them for like $100 each and call it Akahige mangoes. Never Neil is now like a rocket scientist, so he didn't go down the mango path or the rice farming path. But
Damn it,
Akahige
Neil.
Akahige Laundromat with like a gaijin face with a big red mustache could be cool. The other idea, Daba Daba, which is our US business, the legal name of our US business means like splish splash in Japanese. Kind of an inside joke from, again, college time, but could be good. Daba Daba Laundromat, at least it makes some
Dabba Dabba
sense,
Laundromat.
you
To
know?
peel back the layers here on the inside joke is Joey and I, we attended college at ICU, International Christian University in Tokyo. I was only there for a year. Joey was there for 4 years, but we were in this like really, really frat like dorm called Second Men's Dormitory, where they had this tradition that
It was really
it
dirty. It was like the
it was
dirtiest station
disgusting.
I've ever
Wow.
lived in.
We have a lot of stories, but this one I think is pretty clean. On your birthday, everyone in the dorm would find a way to get you, and I think they would just like strip you naked and then throw you in a cold bathtub. We had like a communal bathtub area in the dorm, and like while they would do it, they would chant "dabba dabba dabba
They, like,
dabba."
grab you, pick you up, like, you could try to run and hide in your room and lock the door, but they'd, like, try to climb in through the window and get you and,
Yeah,
like, yeah, try to trick you out of like, "Alright, we're not doing it, man, like, let's go to dinner," kinda thing, like, try to trick you out, and then, yeah, they'd pick you up and carry you down, like, it's like 20 dudes picking you up and carrying you down to the first floor, Ofudo
everyone's like,
room.
"Take my cell phone out! Take my cell phone!" I'm like, don't throw me in with my cell phone. Uh,
The jump you in the water and chant "Daba Daba," so that was kind of the inside joke for the naming of our first business, but those onomatopoeias are cool. Take has some other businesses in the US also named with Japanese onomatopoeias.
Dabba Dabba Laundry makes a lot of sense, but it could get confusing with everything in
May
that company.
it might, it might.
Yeah.
Okay, Akahige then. Let's see.
What if we make this a franchise? I think there's a model here where I know people in the United States are buying a lot of like car wash places, and it's like a pretty tried and true kind of model. I think there's an opportunity with coin laundry. It's like coin laundries are necessary. They seem to be almost self-running. you get new machines. I think it really comes down to marketing, advertising, and like getting people in there.
How do you like cancel a franchise? How do you like just be like, all right, we're not doing this franchise ransom anymore? Like you just how
We'll
does that
figure
work?
that out. I mean,
Yeah.
we definitely don't want to be part of their franchise. I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree.
we got to make our own franchise, Daba Daba Laundry, or we'll come up with a Akahige Laundry. And I've been listening to a lot of Alex Hormozy. He just released a book that's beat J.K. Rowling's sales on the first day, but he talks a lot about these money models and like how do you attract customers? What kind of marketing are you doing? I think this is a really cool exercise to do with a business like this. Like, how do we draw foot traffic in a primarily Japanese neighborhood to encourage people to do laundry here versus somewhere else?
Yeah, and the added twist of like, all right, in a Japanese to attract Japanese customers, which do, I believe, who do respond to different signals than an American customer would. So I think it's like it's interesting to yeah, apply Hormozy style strategies to Japan.
He's a big like gym membership guy. What if we do like a laundry membership kind of thing? I have a car wash membership and I like don't use it enough, I think. So I think there could be
Eh,
something there.
I had a car wash membership when I lived in Santa Fe too. I definitely didn't use it enough as much as I should. It was great. Well, it feels good when you pull up and you're a member and you like you don't have to pay anything. But yeah, yeah,
we get them
laundry
with
membership.
we get them with the free laundry, then hit them with the coffee, good coffee after that costs money. I think that's like the Hormozy strategy.
Hmm.
Okay.
Get their foot in the door somehow.
All right. So this coin laundry, let's let's see what happens. Like I think if we get it, we have to throw a party, a launch party in the laundromat though. That's my only requirement.
Laundry launch party. Everyone has to bring some clothes to wash.
Everyone gets free washed clothes. Maybe we get like unique smelling soap or something. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Cedar or something like hinoki soap.
Yep,
I
yep,
I
yep.
I do think, like, again, people are like, "What are these guys doing?" It's not a great investment. I still believe that there's a lot of, like, kind of exactly what we did with Akimart, the website. Like, we didn't reinvent the wheel. All we did was kind of take an existing business kind of model, these Japanese real estate websites, and in our view, improve it for a specific type of audience. And I do think that there's a lot of Japanese businesses, whether e-com online, SaaS e-commerce, or brick and mortar, like a Coin Laundry, that like could just use a fresh pair of eyes, a little bit of energy poured into it, and maybe I mean I was gonna say and it'll be profitable. I don't know that for a fact, but like I just see
It'll be
so
more
much.
efficient. I think we can
Yeah,
make it much more efficient.
I think so too.
The just right now, the only I'm looking at the pictures of the laundromat that we suspect it is it's only coins. Like you can't pay with Pasmo, you can't pay with credit cards. I don't know how Japanese people have such good like I've probably lost at least 100, 500 yen coins, I think, over my time in Japan. So coins are out. I think I will argue that for
This,
sure.
Japan is probably the strongest coin and bill country that I know of or that I visit frequently right now. But even still, like
Nobody
I
likes coins.
nobody likes it. Yeah.
Maybe the old folks just because they can hold like, but
Who do you
everyone
think the
has a suica.
customers are?
The customers are commuters, people who are coming into Tokyo. Maybe
Or
the
sorry, like age
mistakes
range. I mean, so you think they're working age? It's not
so
retirees, I
I
guess was
look
my real question. Is this going to be old people customers or young people customers?
I think this is going to be stay at home moms in the area is my bet
Okay.
who or maybe are living in an apartment that doesn't have a coin laundry.
I was going to say
Or
Mamachari parking, but this is on a main road. I don't know if this is such a cycling centric part of Tokyo.
we are very close to Pudoland, Sanrio, Hello Kitty's home. I mean, maybe maybe
Hello
we
Kitty
lean in that
laundry,
way, dude. Just
Pudo laundry.
poodle laundry. Oh, that sounds dirty, dude. I don't want
I
to.
actually saw it written in katakana the other day. It's Pudo. It's
Oh,
Pudo land. It's not Pudo land.
you
It's Pudo land.
learn something new every
It's like
day.
PYU and then the long,
You
yeah, Pudo.
okay? Yes. I mean, I'm curious if there's anything else we can do, listeners. I'm sure there's someone here who has looked at a coin laundry business before, or even a vending machine business. I would love just to gamify and like understand like how do we make this one small vending machine very, very efficient? Like, what do we need to put there? How do we
Yeah.
increase traffic there? I think that's like a video. It's like a video game.
Things like, I mean, what are they doing in the US right now with laundry? Like living in New York, I remember around the time I left, there was a lot of like laundry delivered, like you just kind of leave it out and like someone comes, picks it up, does the laundry,
Yep.
brings it back, like folding, like there's these extra services right now that I think you can pay for, at least in the US. And I don't know if any of those are something we want to do, but there is like, people are thinking about the laundry game.
This could be a huge pivot. We could be buying a laundromat in Japan as the new podcast name here. Rebrand, pivot. Let's go.
Should have named the Japanese business Dava Dava, but it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Enough about the coin laundry. We are proceeding with this, and it just happens that we are releasing a new T-shirt and a merch store that happens to be aligned with this laundry business. Joey's wearing the shirt right now. We're now recording the video, but we have
That's
a
right.
merch store up.
We got a merch store up, Shopify. We got a new Shopify store with some cool T-shirt designs. So the back of these is a coin laundry. The inspiration for this was, you can buy an Akia or a house in Japan and do whatever you want with it, kind of, because the financial cost to get in and own property in Japan is much lower than it is in the US or the rest of the world. So the idea was start something small, buy some real estate in Japan and try something that you wouldn't be able to try where real estate is much more expensive. So we have a shirt with a Japanese style house on the back that has been converted to a laundromat, and it says coin laundry on it, and kind of in the style of like a vintage shop style t-shirt. And a lot of people have liked it so far. So far, we've just been giving them out for free to friends and family. And we have created the Shopify store. It's taken us a while. We had some quality issues in the t-shirts, but I think that we've reached a level that we're happy with, and we're going to open it up to everybody. So check it out. I think they're about $30 a t-shirt right now. We also have stickers from our old Kappa design. I don't know if anyone out there has seen the Kappa design. I think that was just a small batch of t-shirts we gave out as gifts, but there are some stickers left over from the Kappa design.
Hats off to Joey. I think with the design, we designed another shirt, and I'm always like really hands off, just like, okay, let the designer cook and we'll just go with it. Joey was very, very hands on. We worked with a designer out in Dubai for this design, and I think it really shows. Qatar. So the design is, I think, very, very good. I think Joey wanted something that he would wear. I think that was the main thing. And we met this designer we went on my bachelor party. We went to Indonesia. They got a design from this designer. So we contacted her, and here we are 3 months later with a new design shirt. So congrats, Joey.
Yeah, she was quite quick, and she was a legend. She designed the t-shirts and got us like the first draft of the design that day when like Iran fired a bunch of missiles at an American base in Qatar, and she was like, there were rockets flying overhead, and she still delivered on the t-shirt. So she did a great job.
So on the t-shirt, just kind of for listeners here, on the back again, it's like a coin laundry. We actually, Joey was making this shirt before we knew we were going to pursue this. We had discussed this as an idea, and it's kind of weird that we are talking about this we're launching the store as we talk about us actually buying a coin laundry. Do we want to change the address on that or just keep it?
Ume, that Japanese word, new Japanese word of the day.
Ume, fate. Yeah. Good.
Destiny, fate.
I think Joey put a random address, right?
It's a random address, a town in Kanagawa where me and my brother and my dad used to go surfing when I was in high school, Yugawara. But if we get this coin laundry, we should definitely change it and maybe change the image to look more like the actual coin laundry.
Hell yeah. So we will drop the link in our podcast summary. Note, we really don't make that much money on these t-shirts. I think we currently make $2. So a lot of it is eaten up by providers, but we just wanted to get something out for friends and family. Note, we're only going to sell 100 of these. We want to try to create some limitation because we want to do another design. So I think starting from now, limited 100 shirt quantity, and we'll have a little countdown on when it sells out.
Small batch. Maybe we'll even do something someday if you join the Akiyamart Direct program. Like I mentioned before, we can help you buy a house in Japan. This might be a welcome gift that we give to all Akiyamart Direct clients at someday. So
We might put up our old shirts. So this is our second iteration. The design definitely better than the last one, but the last one's pretty cool too. I think a lot of people liked it.
I
So
do like yeah, sometimes when I come back to it, I like the front. If the front is what we're selling as the stickers right now. I like the front less than I like the back. I actually like the back a lot. It's like this kind of if you've ever been to the Fujin Raijin Gate in Tokyo, so I think it's Asakusa, whatever that temple is called in Asakusa, and there's like the lightning god and the thunder god there. It's like the kind of like in that style, like big muscly ripped kappa with like a hammer in his hand kind of thing. That was our first design. It's pretty sick.
and a kappa is like a god or like a demon god in Japan that drags children underwater and then drowns them or something. It's like a half duck, half frog turtle. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and like some kind of relationship with cucumbers too, like kappazushi. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Like maybe it eats cucumbers. I'm not sure. And it has a bowl of water on its head that if it dries out, it dies. It's strange.
They put the kappa in every like Japanese textbook. I don't know. It's like a recurrent when learning Japanese, they always put the kappa in there. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just it's easy to pronounce.
Frog turtle.
Yep. All right, Joey. I think that's the news for this week. Again, coin laundry business and a new merch store. We will be screaming out the merch store in a little bit. Please buy a T-shirt if you are so inclined. Send us a photo.
Small batch, only 100 made.
Small batch. We don't want to make too many more. Other than that, yeah, Joey, we'll be in Tokyo in October. We are planning to do Tokyo. We're going to go down to Kyoto. We're taking a hero image for our photo. We're going to get my friend Carly to be the model. Joey, maybe if you want to be the model too, we can take a photo image of you.
Yeah, new website. You know, when you go to a website and there's that big banner image at the top, that's what we're aiming to take a photo for.
Yep. After that, we're going to be headed down to do Kumano Kodo. I think we talked about this before. We're going to do that hike. Going to go no phones, digital detox, and deep dive on where we go with this business. Maybe we pivot to coin laundry franchise, though.
Is this something we, like, okay, thinking Kumano Kodo, is this something we pre-planned the ryokans, or you kind of just figure it out on the day, or do we
I
like want...
talked to Brett, who's my old roommate. He's just like, just hire a company. I think we just do
hire a
that.
company? Sweet.
I think it's probably I mean, we could definitely do it ourselves, but at the same time, kind of just like
I don't want
we're
to.
running. I think I'll find a company and we'll book something out, and then.
So I did a little research on Kumano Kodo because I was like, okay, what kind of shoes do I need? And I found a blog post of someone that like, it seems like they're like a pro hiker because they had a full website about doing these long treks, and like they did have a bunch of good suggestions, but one was walking poles. Do you think that's
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm bringing them.
definitely?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
I'm
think
just
we
gonna
can rent
buy
them.
what this person
Yeah.
suggested then. Okay.
Yeah. And then wild card, we might go down to Tokushima area where we are again still trying to buy a surf house. Again, on our last podcast, we talked about consolidating our properties and trying to get a cool surf house. There are some risks. I don't know if this is a good idea, Joey, but I think we should check it out.
Yeah, landslide risks is the big one.
Land.
Although it does sound like the government, they poured $2 million in like reshoring or whatever it's called, retaining walls and that kind of stuff, according to the seller, which is a lot of money to spend on retaining walls. Good chunk of cash. Sounds like they probably did a good job. But yeah, landslide risk is real. And I think most landslides are in Kyushu, and typhoons hit there hard. And so they get a lot of rain. Yeah, a lot to think about with that house.
Whew. Okay, a lot going on, Joey, but I'm excited. We are about a month out from our Japan trip. And then, let's see if we can get this coin laundry business going. This could be the first episode of a new series, the coin laundry series.
Akisha. Sha means like company or like
Is that what they call it? Akisha?
Like Kaisha. I saw someone on LinkedIn call it that. I don't know if it's been coined or not. Maybe it's just that one person.
Open company. I don't like that. Maybe we come up with something else.
Right.
But
I'm just saying, like, that could be a term that gets used as more people learn about this space.
Okay, you heard it here first, or second, maybe. Akisha. Let's go.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Buying a House in Japan. If you find the show helpful or at least entertaining, give us a 5-star rating. Takes 5 seconds and really goes a long way.
If you or someone you know is looking for a Japanese home, check out akiyamart.com, our English-friendly site that lets you browse over 500,000 listings. That's AKIYA-MART.com to find your dream home in Japan.
If you've got questions or feedback, drop us a line. Email contact@akiamart.com. You can also find us on Instagram as well as TikTok, where we post properties, tips on the home buying process, and updates on our own purchases and renovations.
Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week.